Oh, hey, what do you know? 6 plus 6 plus 4 plus 4 is 20, which is one more than 19. Good game, Druid. Good game. Greetings, it's Nura here with my latest budget Odd Shaman. This list is all in on aggression with a super low to the ground mana curve. In the early game, I'm looking to swarm the board with my super efficient 1-mana minions like Tunnel Trog and Sludge Slurper, and leverage them with buff spells like Storm's Wrath to push for a lot of damage very quickly. By seizing control of the board early, I also ensure that my totems, either Flame Tongue, Mana Tide, or those from my hero power, can stick around and snowball the game out of control with the help of Primal Fusion and Totemic Reflection. I mean, look at all that value. To close out the game, I have a suite of burn spells, though Totemic Smash and Serpentine Portal do an excellent job fighting for board early. Doomhammer rounds out the deck here as a dual source of reach and removal, though I considered swapping it for Bloodlust as a more explosive and budget finisher. But enough of this idle chit-chat, let's see some games. When mulliganing, I'm always looking for my best 1-drops in Tunnel Trog, Surging Tempest, or Sludge Slurper, ideally backed up by Storm's Wrath as well. I pretty much never keep Lightning Bolt or Lava Burst, although versus aggressive decks I am more inclined to keep Totemic Smash or Serpentine Portal for removal. In more controlling matchups, I'll sometimes keep Mana Tide or Flame Tongue Totem, potentially with Totemic Reflection as well if I'm on the coin. My game 1 was versus a Druid who just couldn't remove my Mana Tide Totem and let me copy it not just once, but twice, and I subsequently buried them with value. Once I was finally able to break past their spreading plagues, I got to hit them in the face real hard and finish them off with a flurry of burn spells. My second game was against an odd Demon Hunter. Going first with a Tunnel Trog is always a good start, but they fought bitterly to contest the board. While generally their 2-attack hero power lines up well versus my 0-2 totems, I set up my board to try and deny them value from it as much as possible. By all the trading they do with their face, however, they racked up quite a bit of damage, and in seeing this, I abandoned the board to try and make a push to get them in range of my burn. Some timely healing in I-Beam and Eldrachi Warblades saved them, however, and in the end, my Lava Burst and Lightning Bolt just couldn't quite close it out. The next game was against an odd Paladin, and while they had a very bad start with patches in hand, I generally think this is a good matchup for Odd Shaman. Healing Totem just pulls a lot of weight here, letting me trade into their 1/1 recruits over and over again, basically for free. If you can develop a board while always removing theirs, it's pretty much game over for them, since they don't have many good ways of reclaiming the board once it's been lost. In this matchup, going face is really just an afterthought. You'll win eventually. My fourth game was versus a Pirate Warrior who correctly had patches in the deck and a Parachute Brigand in hand. A clutch Totemic Smash gave me a healing totem that kept itself and my other minions sticking around for just long enough to make trades necessary to hold control of the board. I was even able to land a Totemic Reflection on the healing totem to assert my trading dominance. And when the warrior tried to start using their weapons to clear my minions, I was just waiting for it. My hero power gives me taunts on taunts, and when the face of their weapon swings being blanked by stone cold Stoneclaw totems, the warrior crumbled. Going for the win streak now, my next game was against a Murloc Shaman. While Murloc Paladin is generally more common in Wild, both are board-centered aggro decks that follow a similar premise to Odd Paladin. If you can keep their board clear and establish your own, they usually can't take it back. While that's often easier said than done, this time it worked out pretty well. Healing Totem once again pulled extra weight here, ensuring my minions stuck around for continual trades to prevent their Murloc shenanigans from ever getting out of hand. Eventually though, my board just got big enough to go for lethal, thanks to doubled Flame Tongue Totem. Hoping to keep the win streak going, my final game was versus a Mage. I had the dream start with Tunnel Trog into Faceless Lackey from Sludge Slurper, making a big old board on turn 2 in combination with Storm's Wrath. They played a secret and I was shocked when all my minions didn't die to Flame Ward. Instead, it was an Ice Block that I was able to pop on turn 4 since they still couldn't remove my board. Passing it back and waiting for Reno Jackson, I noticed they still only had 5 mana, and indeed, it was over. This climb got me into Diamond, but I'm not at all finished with the deck. I've kept tweaking it, and I'm hoping to reach Legend by the end of the season. If you want to see more Odd Shaman goodness or future wacky brews, be sure to like and subscribe. The support is greatly appreciated. Till next time, this is Anura, signing out.